All right, if you're a sociology major, you have definitely heard the question, so what are you going to do with that? Well, today, we're going to answer it once and for all. We are diving into the powerful, surprising, and just incredibly cool career paths that your degree actually unlocks. Okay, let's get right into it.
So let me ask you, what do you think is the #1 job for someone with a sociology degree? Go on, take a guess. Most people have one specific answer that just pops right into their head, but you might be in for a surprise.
Yeah, that's right. The most obvious answer, it's actually wrong. And it's not just a little bit wrong, it's a massive misunderstanding. See, becoming a professional sociologist is a super specific, usually academic role that, frankly, most sociology majors don't end up pursuing.
In this number right here, this is exactly why. On average, there are only about 300 job openings for the official title of sociologist in the entire country each year. I mean, think about that for a second. It's a tiny, super specialized field that almost always requires a master's degree or even a PhD. So if not that, then what? Well, the most important takeaway is right here. Your degree isn't a ticket to one single job. It's more like a foundational toolkit for a huge range of careers. Its real power is in its flexibility.
And that brings us to the main idea for today. We need to reframe how you think about your degree. You're not just learning about society, you're building something that modern employers are desperate for. We're calling it your sociological edge. So, what is this edge exactly? Well, you can think of it as this powerful set of skills that you can take and apply almost anywhere. It's the ability to analyze really complex problems, to communicate your ideas clearly, and to genuinely understand people from all different walks of life.
Let's break that toolkit down. First up, you're getting trained in analytical and research skills. How to actually gather data and figure out what it all means. Second, you develop killer critical thinking and communication skills, how to build a solid argument and present it so people listen. And third, you gain this deep cross-cultural competence, a real understanding of human dynamics in our super diverse world. This 3-part toolkit is your key.
Now let's see how this all translates into actual, real-world jobs, starting in a field that might totally surprise you, technology. You see, as AI and big data become a bigger part of our lives, the need for social scientists is absolutely exploding.
First on our list, the data ethicist or AI ethics researcher. Think about it. A software engineer can build a complex algorithm, sure, but a sociologist is the one trained to step back and ask, is this thing fair? Does it have hidden biases? Who might this new technology actually hurt? This job is all about understanding the human and societal impact of AI.
And the demand for this is just huge. This field is projected to grow by a whopping 28% in the next few years. That is way, way faster than the average for all jobs. It's a career that puts you right at the intersection of technology and humanity.
Next up is the UX researcher. These are the folks who make technology actually feel human. They use all those qualitative research skills you practice in your sociology classes, like interviews and focus groups, to figure out what users really need, and then help design products that people will actually love to use.
Now, what's really interesting here is the current state of the UX job market. The long-term outlook is fantastic because companies will always need to understand their users. But, full disclosure, the short-term market is a little volatile right now because of some shifts in the tech industry. It's a field with an incredible future, but one you have to be a little strategic about getting into today.
Our third tech-adjacent role is the market research analyst. This is a perfect example of applying your skills in the business world. You'd be the person figuring out why consumers buy the things they buy, using the exact same survey methods and data analysis from your coursework to help companies make smarter decisions. And as you can see from this chart, it's another high-growth area. It's projected to expand by 7% over the next decade. Again, much faster than average. Plus, with a median salary of around $77,000, it's a really solid, stable, and in-demand career path. Okay, let's shift gears from the tech world to another huge area where sociologists can make a massive impact. Your deep understanding of social structures makes you a natural fit for roles that serve the public good. This whole category is just full of incredibly impactful jobs. For instance, social and community service managers design programs that directly help people in need. Urban planners use their knowledge of demographics to literally design the cities we live in. Policy analysts take their research skills to the government, helping to shape laws that affect millions. And of course, human resources specialists use their understanding of group dynamics to build better, fairer workplaces.
And finally, we have what is a really foundational pathway for so many sociology majors, the criminal justice system. Everything you've studied about social deviance, control, and inequality gives you a critical perspective in these professions.
In this field, you could become a probation officer, working one-on-one with people to help them get back on their feet. You could be a police officer or criminal investigator, using that sociological lens to better understand and serve your community. Or you could become a criminology analyst, diving deep into data to spot crime patterns and help make our society safer.
So we have covered a ton of ground here. The most important thing to remember is that you have so many options. So now let's talk about how you can start to strategically build a path toward the career that you actually want. I want you to start thinking of your degree as a strategic multiplier. It gives you the foundational why, that deep understanding of human behavior. When you combine that with a practical skill, the how, like data analysis or coding, you create this incredibly powerful and unique profile that makes you super valuable to employers. So here's your action plan. It's pretty straightforward. First, go get relevant experience. Internships, volunteering, anything. Second, build a portfolio that actually shows off your work, even if it's just from class projects. And third, start developing those complementary skills, maybe through a minor, a certificate, or even just some online courses.
And here is where it all comes together. This table gives you a snapshot of all 10 of the careers we've been talking about, letting you compare everything from salary to growth potential to the education you'll need. Think of this as your personal tool to start mapping out your own journey. Now, this explainer is really just the beginning. We're actually launching a full series that's going to take a deep dive into each and every one of these 10 careers. So definitely stay tuned for those as we explore what it really takes to succeed in each of these fields.
So the next time someone asks what you're going to do with your sociology degree, you'll have an answer. It isn't a single path, it's a master key. The only question left is, which door are you going to unlock first?